Hello everybody, this is video 2. This is going to be test 2, and I'm also going to do test 4. Looking at the central planning document, there's only one test, or one question on test 2, and I think 2 questions on test 4. So I'm going to combine these together into one video, and then make another video for test 3 because there are a lot more questions. Now, I want to say one thing that I've noticed. I post these videos on YouTube. That means I can see who's viewing and for how long. So please don't ask me questions if you have not reviewed the videos that I have already sent. I am making these videos and I feel like I'm being a little redundant. If you're not willing to take the time to learn, it's not just going to run into your head. I spent a lot of time going over question 4. In the previous video, I had up the books, I had up the different things. It's in your book. I don't know how much more I can explain, especially this question. I went quite in depth. Red filters filter out all light that is not red. So red only lets red pass. Green only lets green pass. The red filter is only letting red light pass. Therefore, that's the only thing getting through, and green is going to filter out red, so it filters out and you have nothing. I just explained the why. You can go back in your book and look through it again. You can also find some good videos on YouTube that will help you explain this more. Let's now move on to test 4, and there was 2 questions. Question number 1 first. Yeast is a living organism. Write down 3 life processes. What does everything do? Everything must take in nutrients. Everything grows or gets bigger. Everything exchanges gas or respirates. Everything poops or defecates. So think about the 7 signs of living thing. Everything reproduces. And you just have to write down 3. It's in the 7th grade book. It's called The 7 Characteristics of All Living Things. Shouldn't be that hard to find. Next part. Pasteur investigates the effect of yeast on grape juice. He mixed yeast cells with grape juice, and he looks at the mixture inside of a microscope. He looks at the new slide mixture after 7 days. So describe one way in which the slide appearance has changed. There are more yeast cells. Obviously, there's more than when he started. And what do we know about cells? How do they duplicate? Or how do they reproduce? They divide. So explain the cause of these change. The cells divide, thus causing more yeast cells. Now let's look at question 12. It is about circuits. Betsy compares 2 types of electrical circuits. We have 2 types, circuit series and parallel circuits. If there is more than one way for the electricity to travel, it is parallel. If the electricity can only travel in one way, in one direction, then it is a circuit series. And obviously, right in this one, this is a parallel circuit. The electricity could travel here. It can also keep going and travel here. If this one was broken, it could travel up here and go this way. But this one could not. If it's broken, and it cannot complete the circuit. So which electrical component must be position X to make the circuit lamp work? What does every circuit need? It needs a path, a continuous path for the electricity to travel down, and it also needs a source of power. It needs something to give it that push. And we don't have anything that gives it that push at the moment. We know that these are our lamp symbols. So it needs to have a battery or a cell. So that's what you would write here. And then you would draw the electrical component for that cell, which is 2 lines that run parallel to each other. Let's see if it shows it here. This or this, you could use the word cell or battery, so you need to draw one of those things. All of the lamps in both circuits work. Bessie removes one lamp from circuit A and one lamp from circuit B. Explain what happens to the other lamps in the circuit. Well, in circuit A, when there's only one path and you remove the continuous ability to flow, everything is going to stop. So what's going to happen in circuit A? What will happen to the other lamps? They will stop working because it will have broken the complete circuit. And the next one in B, what would happen to the other lamps? They would actually become brighter because they can still have a place for the electricity to flow, and there will be less lamps taking up the electricity, so it will actually get brighter. But it just wants you to say that it will stay the same and it will continue to work because it has more than one path to follow. And that is it for these two tests. I will get to the third test, but please make sure that you've watched the previous videos and you watch the other things that I post before you ask questions.